From zero to hero. The 5-minute morning cue that changed everything. But I almost quit on day 3. Picture this. It's 6 a.m. Your alarm screams. You hit snooze again and again. By the time you actually drag yourself out of bed, you're already running late, your mind is foggy, and you're reaching for your phone before your feet even touch the floor. That was me, every single day. I was stuck in what I call the morning doom loop, feeling like a failure before breakfast, playing catch-up until midnight, then doing it all over again. I tried everything. The 5 a.m. club, cold showers, elaborate morning routines that took 2 hours. Nothing stuck. But then I discovered something so simple, so ridiculously tiny, that I almost laughed when my therapist suggested it. A 5-minute cue. That's it. No meditation app. No special equipment, just 5 minutes. And here's the crazy part. It worked, but not in the way you'd expect. Let me take you back to rock bottom. 6 months ago, I was a mess. I'd wake up with a sense of dread that felt like a weight on my chest. My mornings were chaos. Rushing, forgetting things, skipping breakfast, arriving everywhere flustered and unprepared. The worst part? I knew what I should be doing. I'd read all the productivity books. I'd bookmarked dozens of morning routine videos. I had a beautiful journal that mocked me from my nightstand, empty except for 3 entries from January. Here's what nobody tells you about morning routines. Most of them fail because they're too big. We try to become a completely different person overnight. We commit to waking up at 5 in the morning when we currently wake up at 8. We plan elaborate rituals involving journaling, meditation, exercise, healthy breakfast, and affirmations, all before work. It's like trying to run a marathon when you can't even walk around the block. I needed something different. Something so small I couldn't fail at it. That's when Dr. Chun, my therapist, gave me the assignment that changed everything. She said, "For the next week, I want you to do one thing. Just one. When your alarm goes off, sit up, put your feet on the floor, and take 5 slow breaths. That's it. Then you can do whatever you want. Even go back to sleep if you need to." I laughed. "That's it? 5 breaths?" "That's it," she said. "But you have to do it every single day for a week." I thought it was too simple to matter, but I was desperate enough to try. Day 1, I did it. It felt weird but fine. Day 2, did it again. Still felt pointless. Day 3, this is where it gets interesting. On day 3, something happened that almost made me quit the whole thing. I woke up angry. Like genuinely furious at my alarm. I'd had a terrible night's sleep, stressed dreams about work, and I wanted nothing more than to pull the covers over my head and disappear. But I'd promised Dr. Chun. So I sat up, planted my feet on the cold floor, and started taking those 5 breaths. And somewhere around breath 3, I started crying. Not sad crying, angry crying, frustrated crying. All the pressure I'd been putting on myself, to be perfect, to have it all together, to be the person with the Instagram-worthy morning routine. It all came crashing down in that moment. I sat there on the edge of my bed, feet on the floor, tears streaming down my face, thinking, this is stupid, this isn't working. Nothing works. I almost gave up right there. But something made me finish all 5 breaths. And then, I didn't go back to sleep. I didn't reach for my phone. I just sat there for a moment longer. That's when I realized what was actually happening. The 5-minute cue wasn't about breathing. It was about showing up for myself. For years, my first act of every day was hitting snooze, literally rejecting my own intention to wake up. I was starting each day with a small betrayal of myself. And then I wondered why I felt so powerless. Those 5 breaths? They were the first promise I'd kept to myself in years. The first time I'd done what I said I would do, even when I didn't feel like it. It sounds dramatic, but that tiny act of integrity, sitting up and breathing when I said I would, started to change everything. After that emotional morning on day 3, I kept going. But something had shifted. I wasn't doing it to become someone else. I wasn't doing it because some guru said to. I was doing it because it was a promise to myself. By day 7, something remarkable happened. I finished my 5 breaths, and instead of immediately grabbing my phone, I sat there for an extra minute. Not because I had to, because I wanted to. By day 14, that 1 minute had naturally expanded. I'd get up, drink a glass of water, maybe stretch a little. By day 30, I had a real morning routine, not one I forced. One that grew organically from that single 5-minute cue. 6 months later, my mornings look completely different, but not because I'm some productivity superhero now. I still have rough days. I still hit snooze sometimes. The difference is this: I have a non-negotiable anchor. No matter what else happens, I sit up and take 5 breaths. And that simple act reminds me that I'm someone who shows up for themselves, that I can be trusted, that I have agency over my life. From that anchor, everything else flows. Some mornings it's just the 5 breaths, and I'm done. Other mornings, I feel energized and add more. But there's no pressure, no all or nothing thinking. No starting over on Monday. Just 5 breaths. Every day. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Stop trying to overhaul your entire morning. Stop looking for the perfect routine. Stop waiting until you have an hour to dedicate to self-care. Start with something so small you can't fail. Something that takes less time than checking Instagram. Something that requires 0 equipment, 0 money, 0 preparation. For me, it was 5 breaths. For you, it might be something else. Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water. Maybe it's just standing by the window for 30 seconds. The point isn't what you do. The point is that you show up for yourself every single day, even on the hard days. Especially on the hard days. Because here's the secret nobody tells you. You don't build a life by making huge changes. You build a life by keeping tiny promises to yourself, one day at a time. Start tomorrow. 5 minutes. 1 small cue. Keep that promise. And watch what grows from there. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up.